disclaimer, I know this is the worst background you've probably ever seen in your entire life, but again, as I said, I'm doing 31 days of Halloween, so I kind of have to keep it a hush-hush secret, so hence why this, so that everything stays secretive behind here. So, hey guys, welcome back to another Freaky Friday. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the strange death of the Nightmare Before Christmas characters. So today we're just going to talk about those. Well, I'm turning myself into one of the best characters. I'm turning myself into Oogie. So let's get started. So here I'm just going to be taking this brown, mixing it with this brown from the May Round palette, and then taking this white from the Snazzer palette. So I got this off of just searching up how did the characters die. So this is what the people believe. So I'm quoting what they say. From Jack, remember in the beginning how he stuck a torch in his mouth and the fire covered his body fairly fast. Even for a body made of straw, when you burn a human body, or even for a body made of straw, when you burn a human body for too long, all that's left is the bone. Everything else is gone. So, for Jack, Jack was burnt alive. Sally, I think that's a bit of self-explaining. She could fall into pieces and come back together. So, Sally and a lot of the parts of the movie would be dismembered. Her arm would fall off or pull off, or her leg, or when she jumped from Jack's tower, she just completely, whole body fell apart, and then she sewed herself back together. Dr. Finkelstein sewed her back together. So I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory, but Sally was dismembered. She was believed to be a witch, as they say, and back then, when she was said to be living, witches were seen as evil, and they were either dismembered or burned or all those things, and Sally ended up being one of the ones that were dismembered. Hence why she also had her spirits. When Jack wanted to be Santa Claus and go around the world delivering those presents, and she picked up a little leaf, it turned into a Christmas tree, and then went up in flames, it was one of her visions. So that's why she was seen as a witch, because she has visions. Okay, so Dr. Finkelstein. It has been mentioned that Sally has poisoned him on several occasions. Well, being dead, poison wouldn't really affect him much, except that if it were what it had to be killed him, that would explain why he's affected. But he's already dead, probably why he's only gets knocked out and got a severe headache. So Dr. Finkelstein was poisoned to death. Law. It's expected him being frozen mainly due to his lips. When people are frozen alive, their lips turn blue, and their face turns pale or even paste white. He also chose his costume to be the devil, something that revolves around heat, showing a strong desire to be warm. So Locke was frozen to death. Poor thing. The death of Zero. So the death of Zero, Zero has a little pumpkin on the end of his nose, and it glows, which is why at the part where Jack needed a light so he can fly his sleigh to deliver all the presents, the fog came because Sally made the potion for all the fog to come. He was able to fly because of Zero lighting the way, just like how Rudolph lit the way in the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So basically, the theory is that Zero was electrocuted, and that's how he died, and that's why his nose lights up like a little pumpkin. Well, I mean, it lights up, and it's a pumpkin because it's Halloween, and adorable, and I love Zero. So that is a theory on how Zero died. Shock. Her lips are pretty much just pale, kind of purple, which happens when you die of any cause aside from the three things: burning, freezing, drowning. Which means that she died either from a very natural cause, unlikely for a child, or she took her own life. I took this step further after I read the Troublemaking Trio's headcanons, in which he points out that shock shows a desire to go against any kind of intimidating figure. However, she doesn't show the kind of desire in the film towards Oogie, perhaps in life where they're close or something, but I'm unsure about that. So, again, I'm reading this off of quotes from people who believe this is how they died. So that is for shock. As I said, Beryl. As I said in Shock's reasoning, when they drown, your lips change color. They become green, in fact, and your hair has a slightly seaweed look to it. Just like in Beryl's body also doesn't decompose the same. Just like Beryl's, your body also doesn't decompose the same way in water. The skin tends to cling to it more. And Beryl chose his costume to be a skeleton, perhaps in a wish that he'd been given a proper burial. So, Beryl drowned to death.
So I just realized that I didn't put in the mayor. So the mayor was bipolar, which is why he can twist his head around from sad to happy, and his moods would be able to change so quickly by anything. So he ended up being bipolar, and he broke his neck by, I believe the thing was that he hung himself, and it ended up snapping his neck, which is why he was able to turn it in 180 degrees. So the mayor was bipolar and hung himself.
So this is the finished look of Oogie Boogie. I really like how it turned out. I think it turned out really cool with the stitching on the side and the little marks everywhere. Just kind of like a burlap sack. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And obviously you can add like bugs and stuff. And make it even like when he was being torn apart. And yeah, so now I'm going to finish the last story. The last story is about Oogie Boogie. So, as I said, I suspect that what I did for him not because of I suspect what I do for him not because of his death, but because his body is sewn together around the edges. His skin is instead burlap, with the innards are insects. Are nature's cleaners. Perhaps he was skinned alive and then left in the ground. His innards may be the very swarms of insects that devoured his skinned corpse. So in death, they had to come together to allow the body to be whole. Being without skin, he needs something to hold it all together. Insects as large as his cannot get through tightly sewn burlap. So Oogie Boogie was sewn back together, and he is what am I doing? But he's burlap, sewn back together, bugs inside of him, so you can definitely add bugs around you if you wanted to. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what other videos you'd like to see. And if you like this video, then comment down below if you like this too as well. Also, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so that you can get notified when I upload a new video. And stay tuned because pretty soon I'm going to start uploading my 31 Days of Halloween. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow my Instagram and my TikTok to see other videos or other pictures and videos that I won't be posting on here that I have involved with 31 Days of Halloween. So make sure you go check those out. And yeah, I love your support so much. It means the world to me if you guys support me. So yeah, I love you guys. So make sure you follow my Instagram, mbk_beauty_, and my TikTok, mbk_beauty. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.